Hey guys, welcome back to Kiwi Classics and Customs. Having a closer look at the Cougar today. Obviously we've still got a lot to do on it. And as you've seen with the previous videos, we've got the wheel arches moved up, tightened up, moved forward, back, and all that stuff. And the side view of the car is looking, exactly how I wanted it to. The wheel arches are full of tyre. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. But as I've been looking at it the last little while, the front wheels or the front wheel arches and the rear wheel arches are really not matching the way we've ended up doing them. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Right, so getting side on, you can kind of see, that's it's sitting a little high at the moment because there's nothing in it. But yeah, that wheel's pretty much filling the wheel arch. The back of that's going to drop down another 1.5 inches or so. There's all the weights in it. That wheel arch that's actually at ride height. That wheel arch is in my opinion, like perfect in the wheel arch there. But what my eyes caught is, you're looking at this wheel, the tire's right out by the fender. And this area here, we flattened. This is a vertical face now, rather than tucking in like they normally did. So we kicked this out to get it into the vertical plane to give us a little bit more room for the tire. And if we come back up to the front wheel, well, the front wheel's just tucked in further. You've got, we do have plenty of clearance here. The wheel arch is rolled in, so it doesn't match front to rear. What I've been discussing with the owner, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull the front wheel out, and that's probably going to be by different back space on the wheel. I want to bring the wheel out probably another 1 inch to 1.5 inches and straighten this lip out, like make this vertical as well, so we get a match with the rear. That's how the manufacturers would do it. That's how I want to do it. So yeah, what I'm going to do today is we'll whip this wheel off and we're going to start. And honestly, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it just yet, but we're going to get this lip here stretched out so it's vertical at the top here, much like the back, and just get some symmetry with the car, The symmetry's there when you're side on, but that front or rear view, or rear 3/4 view, the wheel's just tucked well in compared to the back. The back is right there. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to get that wheel, get it jacked up, get that wheel off, and figure out what to do. Okay, right. Hammer and dolly. We're going to just start hammering on this thing and see if it wants to play the game. Sometimes something a little unusual like this, sometimes they play the game, sometimes they don't. So we will see. This little line you see here is an approximation of where we're going to have to relieve the front of the wheel arch somewhat, because the tyres are catching on when it's swinging from lock to lock. So that's just another part of what we're up to here. But right now, let's start seeing if we can get this to look like the one behind us. Now don't try and do it all in one crack. Like, don't try and get that lip, which is like at 90 degrees to the panel, don't try and get it to fold all the way back and touch in one spot. You've got to kind of progressively do it around the wheel arch. So yeah, it's a bit of hammering. Well, that's already coming out. It's increasing the dish in here a little bit, which is not what I want. But it's a start, It's doing something a little funky here where we joined the fender here when we moved this section of it back. So It's fighting me a little bit there. That's okay. It's pretty normal. They don't really want to change shape. They've been in that shape for a long time. I think this is going to work. Make a bigger hammer right here. It's lip's pretty much rolled all the way up to the point where it's touching now. This is causing an issue because we MIG welded it down here. MIG welding is hard and strong and it does not want to budge. So like I said, we're going to have to employ the bigger hammer, but we'll work around it for now. Hey,
you're working on it.
I'm working on it. And videoing your live.
What? What's that?
And videoing it your live. That's alright, we can do it all. Okay, so that was the owner. He came in to have a little look at his progress, or my progress on his car. So he's gone, and we're back to business. So, yeah, as you can probably see here, I had to give it a little cut. That where we'd welded it here, where we moved the wheel arch back, that just would not respond to hammer and dolly. It was the MIG is, we MIG'd that together and it's quite hard, and it didn't want to give. So I had to give it a little cut to make it comply. This will give you a little bit of an idea of that's in its original location. So you can see that's quite an angle, and then we go to where we need it now, which is there. Sorry about the camera work, but yeah, so we've come out probably, that's a good 5/8 of an inch there, plus the lip that normally goes that way is now folded all the way up, so it's very, you can see right here, if I can get in close enough, that's the flange at the back here. That's now folded right up and back, so that's not going to catch the tyre anymore. So that has given us, one, a little bit more room, and two, matches the look of that back wheel arch. So the other thing I did while we were away is cut this piece here off. That's that front of the wheel arch. That gives you an idea of how much we've taken off. And get that to focus. So yeah, I am going to keep hammering around the rest of this, make the back half look like the front half. Then we'll throw a wheel on there and see how we've done. Okay, so we're back on over the other side of the car. I just wanted to show you again the before and after. What I've done is got the other side, that split we cut, welded up, we've got it all hammered up. And what we've done is added an 1 3/8 wheel spacer in there, or wheel adapter, which is just one I had kicking around the shop. So that's going to give us an idea of how far out it's going to come and what our back spacing needs to change to. But I think it's a pretty good improvement, but you guys tell me in the comments what you think. But just for a quick reference, this is the stock format. You've got quite a bit of room here. This little lip here is angled in at probably 20 degrees. So that's how it's looking before. Let's go to the after. So yeah, we've kind of ended up with a similar amount of room here, except that we've This is now vertical, and it's kind of beefed it up. I feel like it's made it look a bit more muscular. You've got the wheel coming out has made it closer here. You know, we've gained 3/4 of an inch by rolling the lip over, and then another about 5/8 of an inch bringing this vertical part of the lip out flat or vertical. And then the wheel's 1 3/8 inches further out. And I really do think that has fixed the issue. The issue that I had, admittedly, yeah, but I think that's a big improvement. Somehow now the front looks muscular instead of looking fairly stock, really. So, again, let me know what you think in the pictures, guys. In the comments. But yeah, I think that's wheels, wheel arches, fender flares. I think we're going to call that good. This is what you're going to see when it's in paint, shiny stuff. And I think it's looking pretty damn good. But yeah, that's it. Subtle changes. And in this case, not a lot of work really, but subtle changes can make a huge difference. So you just got to keep playing, keep looking. You know, like I looked at this car for several weeks and just I kind of realised what was bugging me. It took a little while, and then it's like, okay, you know, and you get it. So like, don't just do it and think that's it. That's as good as it's ever going to get. You can always do a bit more, but you just got to see it. And I think that's come up good. So anyway, have a good one. We're going home. Call it a day. We'll see you on the next one.